Hello everyone. Today's stream is just gonna be room matches. I'm gonna start off doing some pub lobbies, and then I'll start setting up rooms. From yesterday, since I took a break yesterday, we had the part 4 and the main story. Either today or tomorrow, we should be getting the trainer exam, since that's what it lined up for in the JP server. It might not be today. It was on the 24th. Yeah, it was on the 24th, so it was a week after Metro Bright released. So maybe expecting it today is a little too early. But it should be sometime. Actually, 24th is 2 days after the start of the CM, so it might actually be a better accurate number. Would probably be like day 1 or day 2 of the actual CM. Maybe not tomorrow, but at the end of the month we should have the trainer proficiency exam. I think this estimate is too early. Like, my actual estimate would probably be the 31st, or not the rather than the 27th. It's just because like the numbers here don't use the numbers from the banner dates, so it's a little harder to be accurate. But probably the 30th or the 31st, we should expect the trainer proficiency exam, which kind of sucks. That's like during the CM. But I guess you can just do parent runs for it. I think I already claimed. Oh, I haven't claimed my missions. Yesterday, I ended up finishing all the missions. I did like one Taiki run to do the odd ones that are kind of annoying to do, which I think was the level 2 facilities, which was annoying. Yeah, level 2 facilities, and then the sprint and the dirt A. I ended up just doing a Taiki run. Because I also wanted to finish this event, which Taiki is able to run all 3 of these races. Yeah, it was like, originally I was going to do Haru, but then I realized Haru can't do the 3 the 3 races that they want for the sprint. We can go ahead and collect all of that, and then I'll pull on this ticket. That is the end of the anniversary. We are out of the anniversary now. This is like basically the tail end of it. Well, I guess we still have like the daily logins. I think there's still a couple of more, like a week left of that. We have the daily legend race, obviously. I'm gonna be doing Suzuka. It'd be nice to run Suzuka, but I don't think I want to like spend a ticket on it if I can actually have to obtain her. But I'll probably do Suzuka into Teo. I'd like to own Teo when her rework comes out, which but this is looking like it's gonna be at the Grandmasters. I don't know if they're gonna introduce this early at Grand Live, since the stat increases already changed the game a lot. But Teo is one of the winners of the evolutions and her unique. Just being able to get target speed, like just being able to get actual skills on her skills is good. So I'll be interested in playing Teo. I'll probably play her for the first CM of Grandmasters. Training exams on the 29th at event reset time. I can believe that. I definitely think it should be sometime around the CM start. I'll probably put the 30th. Just so it's like actually in line with the CM start. But I haven't looked at the files for it. But yeah. So personally I'm gonna unlock Suzuka, and then I'll get the 27 to unlock Teo. And then after that, I mean, that's already 3 months. I don't really have enough time to get unlocked Opera. So I don't know what I'd spend the last like 20 days on. You finally unlock McQueen. Yeah, McQueen and Teo had the extra stars from like the missions. So there was more ways of obtaining it. I think I forgot to... Yeah, I forgot to send out a ping. Yeah, I've been just doing like special week runs off, special week parent runs, and I'm still trying to make it better. Cross. I hit one that was like okay, like it's runnable, but it's not. I don't think it's better than the one I currently have. I don't have 96 digital stars. Let me go to my veterans list. So I was doing some gold chip runs because I was testing out the group card. I still don't like it. Like, I still think it's not that great of a card. I do think that like maybe right, that the race event, you could have gotten 15 from that. It's just like the fact that her 10 training effectiveness is locked behind having 80 friendship bond, and then you spend 7 turns trying to unlock her date for a 15% rainbow. It just doesn't feel that strong to me, and I still stand by that's not that strong of a card. But it's usable, right? Like obviously this is carried by the other 5 cards in the deck, but I mean, like it does its job. Like I don't think the stat line I hit here is that bad. Like it's probably better than an SR I could have ran. And I guess it gives a skill that you can use on a long track. But I did hit this cross, which I don't think is stronger than the other cross I have. It has 100 more power, but 100 less wit. And I think I value the 60 speed from Speeding Runner a little bit more than like the mid race that this one has. But this one has Divine Might. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you can just run like a standard speed power wit deck. Like I feel like you can just run this standard deck, 37 races, and like be fine on a late or a pace. Obviously fronts, it's a little harder to run this deck. And I think like for Ogre, like instead of running these, you probably want to run like Killer Tunes from Pasa or something like that. But like I feel like it shouldn't be hard to max out these 3 stats, and well, especially on Ogre. But on a late Surge or 2, like Dober is probably gonna run this exact same deck. Pasa, I might try to borrow. Not Pasa. Ogre, I might try to borrow Pasa for Killer Tunes. I don't know. Killer Tunes is kind of awkward because I'm worried that because I'm not running double front, I might overshoot 3rd place. But like I think this deck should work fine. This is just like a test run. It was a really long test, really long ago for the test run. Still been doing some special week runs, and it's just like nothing's really hit. Like this is the only one that's been kind of usable, but Nimble Nav is the skill that I need. I think Head On is kind of fine not having, because at least on these parent runs, I feel like I hit Head On a lot. When you're doing like 30, well, I guess I'm doing 39 here, but I don't think the extra 3 races ups the odds for Head On that much. So I feel like because there's so many medium tracks or medium races that you can, rival races that you can do, it should be pretty easy to get like most of the mid race and Head On. It's just Nimble Nav that's hard to source. I guess Fine Motion could try to source it. I don't know, maybe you don't need to dedicate that much time in parents. Though there is 3 medium tracks, it's definitely worth spending some time doing these parents. If this was like a little bit better, I think I would have taken it. The 3-star Shooting Star is nice, but I don't think Shooting Star is that great of a skill to buy. I get 0.1 Excel. Shooting Star doesn't have current speed right now, so it's not that strong. Gets a lot stronger when he gets buffed. I think I've claimed everything that I was talking. I have the ticket, right? Yeah. So let me do the legend race real quick, and then I'm gonna pull the ticket, the 3 pulls I have. Where's my gold ship? I'm trying to hit a mile ogre GP. Yeah, it's definitely usable. I don't think I'm gonna do another mile Uma. I don't really want to run cross anymore. I don't think any other Umas I run needs to augment their miles. Maybe I'm just a jobber. I don't want to do the hard ones anymore. Either way, I still have the Symboli that I've been using. My 3-star mile, 2-star wit Symboli. I can use as a GP if I need to actually augment something. But I don't think for the future races I'm augmenting miles. I need to hit some turf parents though, for Haru. At least for the Tokyo mile. So I don't know how many people are gonna make Turf King Halo Umas. Okay, let's go ahead and pull these tickets. Where's the free pull? Here. Okay. First one on Diamond. Nothing. Then the Bakshin and North Flight's new alts look great for the ballroom. They always do the ballroom after the anniversary as like the first event. It's always like Valentine's Day into the anniversary into the ballroom event. I don't really care about getting Diamond. I've been doing single pulls on Bright because I kind of want to own Bright. When Lose Yourself comes out, Bright's really fun to play with it. But if I don't get her, it's also fine. I think like these single pulls are one of the best use cases for the paid carrots. Well, until we get the step up banners. And then we have the free scout here, which looks like also gave me nothing. Is Bright good for this CM? No. Bright's not good until Lose Yourself comes out. Bright is like in a waiting room. She really needs to Lose Yourself. Alright, this ticket goes up to Curran Wit. That's the last card on this banner. So anything that was released after Curran Wit, you can't obtain. I mean, there's not really anything I want from this. Like, I don't think there's anything that helps. Twin Turbo. I think the only thing I could possibly use is Nice Nature. Let's see, uncap. Yeah. I had 1 Twin Turbo from the free pulls on her initial banner. Let me uncap this card. Yeah, I think the only SR. How many SRs am I missing? 1 Seeking, 2 Serious. You thought it was another selector? No, it's just a random card. Level 40 gold chip stam. Right. I think that's everything that I had ready. Okay, I'm gonna go do some pub lobbies first, and then I'll start asking some of you guys to join. Let me see. Are people even still doing pub lobbies, or is it all CM12 now? That looks like there's a decent bit of Season 12. Or CM12. You max potential to every Uma. If you run out of materials, does it go away? It's annoying when people put the Tenno Show Spring. I decided to put my Nice Nature on pace. Oh, shoot. That's too late. There's been a lot of 0 to 1 fronts. Yeah, I think it's better if I leave. I've been putting my debuffer on pace just so I have a nimble nav target. Oh. Alright, it might be easier if I just make my own lobby and open it. Yeah, these ones gonna be free for all for now. I think I'll run the bot if more people join. You rebuild all your races with no stopping me and less stats and one way more. I guess it depends on who you rebuilt with no stopping me. Hello, Makarki. But I'm just gonna set up this room to the public for now. I definitely think, like, Cross probably doesn't need no stopping me, and Taishin doesn't need no stopping me. I do think everyone else can benefit from no stopping me. Alright, definitely recognize some of these names, so I don't think this is even real public lobby. Saiyan Sky is interesting. Are you gonna rebuild when Ballroom comes out? I assume you are, because you have long A. And Nature. We have 3 Natures in this lobby. It just sucks that I'm the problem. Yeah, I realized I have to put a Pace Chaser in. Maybe I should just build an actual Pace Chaser. But like, I could either build this debuff for Nature as Pace, or I can build an actual Pace Chaser who will also just be no stopping me fodder. Like, do I just throw in Biwa again? So she can be no stopping me fodder? Because the issue with late surger, with a late surger, is that a lot of the times they were behind my, or like my team was still behind, or sorry, my gold chip and my cross was still in front of the late surger because of Daring Strike. So like I need something up in front of me as fodder. And like if it's an actual Pace Chaser, it's sometimes hard to catch up because I'm an end closer. So it's just better if I just run a dead weight, no stopping me fodder, or nimble nap fodder. Wow, my cross just got completely gapped. It is also funny sometimes when I put Nice Nature there, I get to see her ult with the low front rooms. I don't know what happened. My cross just ended up getting stuck. She pushed up to 6 and then got stuck in 8th, so she couldn't ult. 2 of the late surgers just overtook me. Your nature lost by a head. Close, close. Yeah, a little bit more power would have been nice. But it's really hard when you have like a dead weight card in your deck. I hate this Bijan card so much. I do parent runs with it, and like every time I do training with Bijan, it just makes me so mad. And I'm running like a level 50 Bijan. Or I'm borrowing a level 50 Bijan. And it's like, even level 50 is such a debuff. I hate that card. I think it's worth running in CM12 only if you're a pace chaser. I think every other style, like your more consistent excels are good enough. Like this card is such a brick. You're running 5 cards in your deck. Like you do a double rainbow with like fine motion and B-gen, and it's like 10 extra wit. It's so bad. Like I'll see double rainbows on my parrot run, a level 50 B-gen wit and a level 50 fine motion, and it's like the same as a solo fine motion click. It's such it's actually just such a debuff. I think if you're end closer, like only if you're pace chaser, and you aren't Christmas Ogre, can I see like you needing to run B-gen wit, because you have no other excels besides like head on. But frontrunners have angling and scheming, and then like obviously you just have to try to create a lead. Pace chaser, like, or Christmas Ogre is Christmas Ogre, and then what is it, UG2? Oh, it's just the standard race bonus deck, and then you dropped 5% for Rico. Late surgers have Let's Pump Some Iron and Moving Past and Beyond, and then end closers also have those two. What Umas are out for? Is there any Uma that comes out for it? I don't think so. I think the Derbies when they started doing it. Yeah, Muteki's not really that great for it. Ines Fujin's good for the next CM, or the Derby CM. Muteki is unfortunate. Born in the wrong generation, if you will. Or at least at a pretty bad timing. I think Muteki can't really compete against Christmas Ogre. I think for the Derby I can see people running Ines Fujin. My cross is too far pushed up, and there is a 3rd place cross. My cross pushed up farther, but a little too far. I don't think I'm capping. I don't think I'm getting the other cross. Wait. What happened? Oh, you're wait. Do you need Radiant Star to live? Wait, what happened? I think your spurt was lower. Your cross was like gapping mine because you had the. I think you unironically died by a debuff. Because your Radiant Star triggered after I overtook you, and I didn't think that gave you enough to live. Okay, I really doubt. Oh, she missed my Istro. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because I think you lived off of Radiant Star. But if you miss swinging, like, and if you miss swinging and you got hit by the debuff, you don't have enough to spurt. But I think the Radiant Star brought you back. Yeah, like the issue with this is that you can live off of wit checks, like on this downhill, but your Uma doesn't know that there's a downhill here. So if they don't have enough stamina and still to run the rest of it, even if they were to have enough after finishing the downhill wit checks, like your Uma won't run faster until it knows that it has enough to run the rest. Which is why like this downhill is kind of a bait, because they don't know that you can run enough with a downhill. Do they ever fix it? Not really. Because most of the times you'll just... I mean, it gets quote-unquote fixed when stats get inflated by so much that you'll just have too much excess stam. because eventually they'll introduce a new mechanic called, I call it stam saving, but stamina keep. So like you usually will have a lot more stam on long distance tracks. So like the way it spurts is a little different. Or the way it calculates the spurts is a little different. So it doesn't like get fixed, but more so like the mechanics change where it doesn't consider it anymore. Or it doesn't consider like that. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Your cross is like super far ahead. It was already in 3rd place. Unfortunate. I don't think anyone's running a debuffer. Like, and that was also just like you missing Swinging Maestro. Like, it's just unlucky. But even with missing Swinging Maestro, like, you still would have gotten 2nd. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm also on that edge, right? Like, I need swinging and superior to trigger. I think your issue was that Radiant Star's your, like, 4.2 recovery. Radiant Star's your 4.2 recovery. So if it triggers too late, then you still can't spurt. I underestimate Global's love for debuffers. I don't know why they like stam debuffers so much. Like, I feel like it's pretty solved that Dominators are really strong. But everyone, they love the idea of the quad debuff. Like, any other time you look at debuffers, it's always... Well, we're about to enter the Watchful Eye Dominator meta. With... Or not about to. When does Gold Ship come out? It's like the Sprint CM? Is that when Gold Ship comes out? The summer stuff? Maybe for the dirt track we'll see Watchful Eye Dominator meta. Oh, we got a cross in 6th place. That's a little scary. You know, this other cross are jailed back here. Oh. Yeah. It's cross versus... looks like Esmaro. I think the other cross is gonna win. Or the forward cross. Yeah, I got... Me and the other cross got jailed by the Narita Taishin. Oh, that did not look like a 3-length lead. Let's see. Does this first cross have Uma Stan? It doesn't. It just got... Oh, you don't even have Daring Strike. You just got lucky that yours was in. Yeah, you don't really have anything that, like, pushed you up that far. You just got pushed up far. And then... me and the other cross were stuck behind this one. Who also doesn't have Daring Strike. I don't know. Sometimes you just get jailed back there. They hit No Stopping Me. Yeah, but, like, their mid-race pushed them up to... I think this one was in 5th place. Like, No Stopping doesn't really help you push up during the mid-race. Sometimes you just roll really well on the first downhill. But 3-length lead seems... Oh. Wow, you have 120 speed and greens. 777 power. It's because you have Fuku. I don't know, I just have this nice nature as a nimble nav proc. Because in these like weaker CM lobbies, I've been having issues of pushing up too far with gold chip. And sometimes the person in front of my cross is faster than me. Well, usually it's the gold chip is in front of my cross, and cross needs an overtake target for white lightning. So it's a lot harder. What is this? A day one account? That's funny. Anime Teo, cross gold chip. No front runners. I feel like I haven't seen an Uma without their outfit in so long. I mean, they just don't have new players. I thought I was getting pace promoted. My cross is dead last. Like, I think this is like what the effect of Uma Stand really helps with, right? Is that even if you do Uma Stand into a pace down, generally you don't pace down the person behind the person who didn't Uma Stand. But it doesn't matter because my cross hit Daring Strike and now it's pushed up into 5th place. But that's just like she has better mid race. Like, I don't think Uma Stand like ever negatively affects you. It just sometimes does nothing. Alright, luckily I don't think I can catch up to the pace promote, so at least I won't lose my unique. Oh, and I got a nibble nav off. Sometimes, if Cross actually can hit her unique, like it's so strong. But it's really hard to push up to that 3rd, 2nd place. So then you're just gambling on the 7th, 6th, and hoping the person in front of you isn't faster than you. Unfortunately, it looks like this gold chip died. Living off the Breath of Fresh Air. Oh, Breath of Fresh Air Radiant Star. You're gonna ruin someone's day. Yeah. The cross that can hit White Lightning carryover is the one that just ends up winning. Since carrying over 3.5 speed, or 3.5 target speed, is essentially the 1st second of a straightaway spurt. And she has 0.1 in her unique, and then she obviously also has straightaway spurt. You won once against an SS gold chip. I don't know. I wish they fixed some of the weaker skills. Like, Breath of Fresh Air not being mid-race kind of sucks. Like, I want to say that the Tosen Jordan card is good. But, like, Breath of Fresh Air is just so awkward to gamble on. Is this with the new symbolic card? You run Pasa as well. Oh, I guess Pasa has Stam. Pasa has a Stam bonus, right? When does the Breath of Fresh Air change come out? Yeah, it was at Grandmasters, the 2nd anniversary. Quality of life and more balance tomorrow. We are not going into delusions. That is very delusional. I remember seeing so many things about how, like, nothing will matter because Evos will come out this patch. It's just like, I mean, it's not guaranteed. Like, just because they introduce something early doesn't mean everything's coming. Can get Uma stand from random events in Man. There's an Agnes Digital event where you choose. Was it Admire Vega? I think it's Gold City and Admire Vega, and you have to choose the Admire Vega option. I've seen it once in like 50 runs. I've seen the Nimble Nav event a lot. Okay, there's a chance. My cross is 7th. I think I am, yeah. So there, I'm able to hit White Lightning off the back of my Nice Nature. But if I didn't have the Nice Nature in pace, I wouldn't be able to hit it off the back of my Gold Ship. Which is why I like running something in pace. Because my Gold Ship is just too... My Gold Ship has too much power, I can never hit White Lightning off her back. So I have to run some dead weight in the Pace Chaser position. Or I could run an actual Pacer, but I don't think they'll actually win. But when I ran a dead weight... Okay, I don't want to call it... I shouldn't be calling nature dead weight, but when I ran an Uva in Late Surger, I kept dropping too early, but it seems like running it on pace because of the stam, they always die at the start of the late race, which allows me to get the carryover with White Lightning. Unfortunately, it's nature. I can't build a gold ship there since I do have to run the gold ship. But a Pace Chaser debuffer has been helping me a lot with the Nimble Nav procs and the White Lightning proc. It's just hard to guarantee that overtake target. Maybe running a Suzuka is better, but I don't own her. Yeah, it's really unfortunate when she's 3rd place and she ults. I do kind of feel bad sometimes. I'll see her ult, and then both my end glows just fly past her. But at least she's on the team. Kitasin here. I have some very recent cards. The Fine Motion banner, and then the Top Road banner. Snow Long S. A Medro Bright. Swinging and Indomitable. You didn't buy her the 7.5 heal? Yeah, Lovely Spring Breeze is fine. It's a 2.5 speed carryover. Mid-race on the front feels much more valuable than ground race to CM. Yeah, I'd say the shorter the race, like the more that the early race stuff matters. The longer the race, the more the mid-race skills matter, like Escape Artist and Top Runner, because they last longer. Like, it doesn't matter if your groundworks or you're taking the lead lasts longer on a long track, because the amount of Excel you need doesn't change based on the distance, but the amount of distance you need to cover does, which is why the extra duration on those mid-race skills affect your racing more. Frontrunners generally get pretty strong on long tracks once the Marzensky card comes out and everybody can grab Top Runner. Well, everyone except Marzensky can get Top Runner because it's a really good skill that can cover a lot of distance. But alright, so that's what it's going to be for the Arima Keenan in Grand Live. But you do... I think the Arima Keenan, the Lose Yourself comes out though. Oh, I think I'm stuck behind this Kitasin. Are you pulling for the card, but your main card that you run is Marzensky? Yeah. It sucks. That is like when Marzensky dies. is when that card comes out. Praying for the early on your left buffs. Oh, I thought my cross won. Wait, does my cross have less guts? 674, 711. Wait, I thought I won because they both dueled at the end there. So I thought my cross won. I got stuck behind this Kitasen during like the start of the spurt. This Kitasen was in front of me, and I think this gold chip was to my left, so I couldn't change lanes. Or was it this? One of the gold chips blocked me from changing lanes, so I got stuck behind this Kitasen for a while. I didn't see how this Ogre... I don't know if it... Probably just hit Festival, right? I don't think you can win without hitting Festival. I don't know if it was a Radiant Star on top of that. I don't know. Metro Bright's just stuck waiting for Lose Yourself. But her unique does always carry over. At least if you can live the course, her unique should last from the start of the second half of the race to the start of the late race. Which is pretty good, like you're just always 0.25 faster than everybody. It's the same with every late. Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting once you get to the Rimakinen, seeing all the Lose Yourself late surgers. We'll definitely see Cross as a late surger, since she can now go back and get Fast and Furious. We'll probably see Metro Bright. We'll see Special Week Commander. She's probably strong as a late surger. Actually, we probably won't see Metro Bright on the Rimakinen. I think Special Week Commander makes the most sense during Grand Live. But yeah, right now everyone just only has No Stopping Me. But at least you'll have Lose Yourself Nimble Nav for the next long. I'm leaking the codes. Nah, we're just doing room matches. I'm just too lazy to set it up right now. I wanted to do like public matches, but I think most people are moving on to CM12. Yeah, I kind of want to pull Kopani Ricky because I want to play Pace Ricky. Other than Hesitant, Front, Pace, and maybe Late, you don't need anything else on Doms for CM12. You can just grab all 4 of them. Like, I don't think it's that hard to grab all 4 of them. It's Hesitant, Late. I guess if you don't own Muteki, it's a little hard. But you can get Pace and Front off of Marvelous. It's guaranteed End Closer off of Kyrian, and this also gives you SP, which is really nice to buy it. Oh, she has Hesitant. Does someone have Hesitant Late innately? But this one always gives you Subdue Late, Hesitant Late. I think you should be able to grab all 4 of them. Like, the only ones that are hard are Hesitant Front, Hesitant Pace, because you have to get it off of Marvelous. What do I think of the new JP scenario? Seems a little RNG heavy. Or not RNG heavy, but like a little out of your control. But I don't think it's that bad. Like, at least the gameplay I've seen of it, it's like B tier. I wonder if I kept my old Dominators. Depends on how fast I hit my aces. Whenever I'm not able to hit my aces, I always bring a debuffer. This one, like, I can't hit my... That's a decent festival. But this one I couldn't hit my cross, so I ended up running debuffer instead of a pace chaser. I was originally planning on doing Gambler Ogre. Looks like it's gonna be hard to beat a Goemon proc. Yeah. I don't know if I hit Nimble Nav or not. But when an Ogre hits, it's it's a little hard to catch up. Unless you also hit more stuff. Oh, that was a really good Goemon proc. It overtook the fronts like instantly. Do I think it's worth trying to push for Guts build just because an Uma has 20% Guts? I think the Umas that can get away with Guts builds are actually Umas that have speed, power, growth rates. Like, I think if you have speed and power, you can think about doing the Guts build. Because the thing is with the Guts build is that generally you will cap out on Guts even without the Guts growth rate. Like, I think a Guts growth rate is always bad. You want a speed power growth rate because those two are the hardest stats to raise in a Guts build. But this is the Gambler Ogre. You try to gamble off hitting Radiant Star or a random phase. Not really feeling it. Yeah, I think like Ogre, like anyone who has speed growth or speed power generally can get away with running a Guts build. Ogre is definitely one of the candidates, or base Ogre at least. I know there's a lot of people who... I saw a lot of base Ogre at the Sprint on the previous server, and I think also on the Mile. I saw a lot of base Ogre Guts builds, because the Tokyo Mile is able to... Or the Guts build is a lot better on the Tokyo Mile. Or on Tokyo tracks in general. A Guts build is a little stronger. This upcoming CM... No, the straight is... Or the next medium CM, like the straight is only 300 meters. So it doesn't have that big of an effect. Is it Guts growth rate forever brick? Not forever. I think once we get to like Highlander-ish decks... Yeah, I'll probably start actually setting up rooms to make it a little bit more fair. But I'd say like once we start hitting the Highlander-ish decks, which is around when the scenarios start becoming 4 months. So it was around like after Project Lark, essentially. Like I think a Guts growth rate wasn't that bad because you were running generally you were only running one Guts card in your deck. Though, usually you could cap out your Guts even on one Guts card without a growth rate. So it's not like it's good. It didn't get better. It's just like, it's not a brick. But I think until the 7th scenario, a Guts growth rate's pretty much useless. Because there's not many scenarios where like you're training Stam in order to increase your Guts. And like, it would have an impact. But around the 7th scenario is when you can bring Guts cards. I'm trying to think why. Oh. Duh. Because the 7th scenario Orfevre came out. That's why. But yeah, when... when Orfevre comes out, like, generally people start bringing Guts cards. Bourbon created no lead. Yeah. Sometimes it's hard. I think fronts are still in a pretty rough spot without Top Runner. Bourbon gets a little bit of leeway with Escape Artist. Assuming this Bourbon has Escape Artist. Maybe it missed the wit check. Yeah, maybe it missed it. But you really need to make that lead. It's really bad if you give like a backliner access to Nimble Nav. Or no stopping me. Which is why you want to generate that big lead. I guess the same thing with a base chaser. Like you want to generate a lead so the backliners can't hit the Or the people behind you can't hit a nimble nav off of you. Alright. Okay, maybe I should start setting up the room codes. Alright. So this is going to be done through my Discord server. Well, once I put up the blocker. You can sign up through here. It's going to be in the Champions Meet channel. You can enter in through here, and I will pick out... Sorry. I will pick out 10 people who signed up, and then give them access to a room, or a chat room with the room codes, while I set up the rest of it. I don't know, I'm kind of done with the CM. Like, or training for the CM. I want to hit a better cross. Like, I really don't like my cross right now. I think a lot of rooms I sometimes lose on cross because I don't have Uma stand, and she gets stuck in that 8th, 9th positioning. And then everyone in front of me pushes up too far, so even if though, like, I can hit, I have an overtake target with a nice nature, it doesn't... Like, it doesn't matter because I'm not in that 7th, 6th slot. Or even if I do hit White Lightning, like, because I didn't get the carryover, it just isn't strong enough. But yeah, also the power. I like the wit on it. Like, 960 wit is pretty good. Power, like, I would have liked 100 more, and then I just would like Uma stand. I'm not, like... I think, like, as soon as the CM starts, I'll just lock in my team that I currently have. It's only if I hit a better cross. I don't know, I just keep, like, making... I think I've made, like, the same exact cross 4 times now. And they all just need a little bit more juice. The biggest issue I'm gonna have in the CM is my gold chip. I like running like one strong racer, and then, well, unless I'm doing solo, like ace, like I did with the Haru. I like running one like meta ace and then one, well, Tama's not really off meta, but one other ace, so they actually have a fight. Like I don't, like I think only if I'm running solo ace will I try to win rate farm on a single Uma. Fake Oshi. Well, I don't really like cross that much. I'm just running cross because I don't want to run cross when Lose Yourself comes out. I'll just run cross now. Okay, so that's all the... Did I leak one of the codes? Okay. We'll watch this one first, and then I'll pick out, Did not know I leaked one of the codes. Well, we'll watch this one first, and then I'll, Oh! This room's public. That's why. Okay. Okay, then let's watch this. And then I'll pull out 10 people. Do I know my comp for CM12? Right now, I know I'm gonna run Christmas Ogre. Yes, Metaslaving it. And then I'll probably run Dober, since... I mean, Dober seems fun to play. I haven't played the Late Surger in a while. So I'll run Dober. I don't know who else is gonna be my 3rd slot. But Dober and Ogre shouldn't be that hard to make. So I think I can. I do think I do have time to make a 3rd ace. I just don't know who. This is a really big lead by their fronts. I don't know if my end closers can catch up here. Oh, maybe we can duel each other. Oh, only my gold chip dueled. Oh wait, I lost to the other gold chip. You tested and saw a few really good Dobers and lobbies, and I'll see their forms almost always Christmas Ogre. Well, I mean, Christmas Ogre is like... Christmas Ogre is just busted. Wow, not a single unique inherit. That's crazy. Okay, let me make this one private. Oh, I almost leaked the code. Okay, now I'm gonna pull on... We'll take down the signups. And then I will pull out 10 people. And then I'll ping you in the room if you got, or I'll show it once it finishes picking. Having to run man on late just makes you like... I think pacers have like the easiest. Like, oh, I just make Tamama Cross run pace now for the miles. If I like, it sucks losing out on the end hits, but like it's just too much clocks. Even when she had mile A and I bought Spurt, like I was going through like 10 clocks a day on her runs. Alright, if your name showed up here, I'm gonna go ahead and at you in a room with the 5 room codes. Please only join one of them with a team of 3. There's 10 of you. Start clocking anything in junior. I like clocking to try to hit top 3, because top 3 you get the same amount of SP. You get the same amount of SP and it's at least 60 coins. Like you only lose 40 coins. You lose a ankle. I guess top 5 is the same amount of SP. I think top 5 is the same amount of SP. Which is like the big bottleneck. You got picked, but you didn't get the room codes. Do you not see a channel called room codes in the Discord server? No? Oh, that's weird. At racers. Alright, I'm gonna add everyone again for it. But should be underneath like all the other channels. I don't want to leak it on accident. But should be on the side, and then there should be a locked room called room codes. I do see you in it. I assume this is you. Alright. None at all. Okay, what if one of these rooms will be empty or not fulfilled, and then I'll just DM you the room code then, if you're still unable to see it. But I'm gonna just watch this race first so the rest of the rooms fill out, and then I'll DM you the empty room after this race. What other games do I like playing generally? During my parent runs, I've been playing a lot of Slay the Spire. I play like mostly everything. Though right now, because like we're heading into the CM, I've been kind of not playing anything else. Okay, came up? Okay, nice. But during parent runs, I try to play like games that can be paused. Or games that I can multitask with. Which Slay the Spire has been really nice. Because I can usually finish a run in both games at the same time. Other than that, I haven't been playing much. I used to play a lot of TFT. I think I was Grandmaster in the Double Up with a friend, but I've also stopped playing that since Man came out. Also, we're at the end of the set, so it hasn't been as fun. Wow, this is a giant lead. Why is there a gold chip up there? Wait, what happened? Why is... Why is my nice nature 9th? I thought she was... How is this Maru so far ahead? I have no idea what happened to my nice nature. And why she wasn't pace chasing. My whole team just got glued. Okay. That gold ship was in 3rd place, like, the entire time. I guess you just... Like, you just, like, tumbled down the first downhill. You don't even have straightaway spurt. You just tumbled down the first downhill and then... Radiant starred? I mean, the 200 extra wit, like, on everyone. Well, I guess it's like almost 300 extra wit. 200 there, like 250 here. They just rolled an insane downhill wit check. Because the thing with the downhill wit checks... The thing with the downhill wit check is that... each second, you have a 20% chance to end it. And because the downhill is quite long, it's 400 meters, you're generally on it for, I'd say, 10 seconds. If you just roll a really good downhill, like, you can fly like that. It's why front runners really want that wit stat, is because you want to generate that lead off of this downhill. I just don't know how that gold ship never paced down. I guess they just had really good, like, ramp up. What? Corner, straightaway adept. I guess tail out the playtime's over. Early start. Well, no, because, like, you can still pace down. It's just this gold ship never paced down. It was 3rd place, like, the entire race. Until the late race, which was kind of crazy. My gold ship has kind of done that, but never something like that crazy. That was like not a single pace down. How does it work IRL? How can a track have 2 very long downhills but little to no downhills? This is a outer to inner track. So I can pull up the track on the game Torah. So there's technically 2 racetracks we're going through. Hanshin. Outer to inner. So we're going down a hill with the first one, and then running through and going to the second downhill. Do they? Yeah, so it would be more elevated at the start here. It's why technically there's an uphill, right? To go back on that flat land. So you start on the elevated land. You start on an elevated land that's higher than the second one. So you'll go downhill. I'll get Mara out. So you'll go down the downhill at a higher elevation at the start, and then you'll go up a small uphill back to that, and then you'll go down the second downhill, which is longer. But there is an uphill after every downhill. But it's not that the downhill is like steep. It's like a very gradual downhill, but it's technically still downhill. Right? Like the downhill is less steep than the uphill. And it's like a really long downhill. I guess if you ran the same inner track, it would be another one. But the reason why the second downhill is longer is because there's a longer track on the... Or actually, no, we go outer to inner, sorry. There's a bigger downhill on the inner track than there is on the outer track. So we run the smaller downhill first, go uphill back to the starting thing, and then we go down the second downhill. It's just less steep than the uphill. Alright, now I need to bring Maru back up to block the code. Yeah, that was a crazy gold chip that just stat checked us. Again, you weren't having issues with the room codes, right? Okay, that looks like everything filled out. Yeah. And I can't... Radiant Star Ogre is actually so scary. Like, it's not gonna have a high win rate, but it will... I just know I'm gonna lose to one of them. Well, what's the proc rate for Radiant Star? Like, it's like 10%, right? Or something like that. Or at least for Radiant Star to proc festival. I leaked this room's code. I mean, it's full. Yeah, I don't think. Hopefully it doesn't matter. Hopefully we won't see more than 9 Umas on the track. Yeah, I don't know what the odds are. I just know it can happen, and it does just win. It's so weird seeing late surgers. Ah! My cross moved up too far. I don't think I'm getting carryover. Yeah, now we're in the corner. Okay, looks like the Ogre did not hit Festival. The nice thing about Cross is that she does get the end race version if you end up missing. Oh wait, I lost it because I am not... Nope. Okay, her unique can only trigger in second. So I actually just White Lightning scammed my own gold ship. Yeah, it looked like it was pace promote Jordan off of Umastan. Yeah. 1 length from beating a gold chip. That's the only gold chip. Wow. Actually just White Lightning scams my own gold chip. Your was a trash back to the grind. I mean, I've lost to your cross before. At least you lost to an actual Uma and not a straightaway spurtless gold chip, right? Like you lost to a somewhat built cross. Losing to this gold chip feels so bad because I don't have spurt. I think pace, the pace debuffer has helped my cross a lot though. Obviously not in that one because my cross pushed up into 4th place and then lost her unique. But it still gives like a nimble nav target to her. It gives her an overtake target. Like I think the pace helps a lot. I don't know, stat check gold chips are crimes. Wow, you have 120 speed from greens. End closer, special week. Wow, you modified all your Umas? And Simbali and Brian and special. Nope, you have another debuffer. And then double front. Is Knight's Nature doing anything, or would a Haru grief Titans more? No, I need the Knight's Nature to be in front of my end closers. Like they're meant to give myself a nimble nav target. Because I don't think anyone can outstat me. So like I don't care that I'm giving someone else. Well, I don't care that I'm giving a late searcher and nimble nav target. So I don't think a Haru would be good. Like I need something in that positioning. Because the issue is that my gold chip is always the one in front of my cross. And cross can't activate her unique without something to overtake. And it's like, I don't know, I don't think I've rarely seen a Taishin win. Like, I don't think I'm worried about a Taishin. I think it's more important that my cross can hit White Lightning. And I'm just betting that I'm stronger than everyone else that I give that nimble nav to. Or no stopping me to. Though to be fair, I think I just overtook my... I think I just overtook both of my... Or both my Umas just overtook the Nice Nature. Which is a little unfortunate. Yep, we all lost to a Excel-less gold chip. I like to think that my team does not include this gold chip. My team is this Nice Nature and this cross. Yeah, unfortunately my gold chip was third, so my cross couldn't hit White Lightning because there was 2 front runners. Have I gotten any UG Umas? No. I think it's really easy to hit UG once I do the medium track. I do like the speed, power, wit maxing. But I haven't been chasing any UGs. Am I worried about Kitasins? The Kitasins that would beat me, there's nothing I can do about. I would have to run my own front runner. So, like, I'd have to run my own Kitasin. Like, a good Kitasin, like a Kitasin Suzu, for example, can only be beaten out by running your own front runner. And it's just like, there's nothing I can really do about that. I'm not gonna build a front runner. Yeah, UG on long's pretty hard to do. You get your stats, like, exponentially stronger the closer you are to having, like, having max stats. So you would need... I would essentially need, like, this gold chip to hit another, like, 50 stamina to hit UG. Because I'm 200 rating off. I mean, if I didn't buy the greens, and I bought, like, one more... I mean, I could have hit UG, I guess, if I dropped the greens and bought Coast is Clear. But I think, like, hitting these 3 stats is a lot harder than hitting wit, power, speed as your 3 maxed stats. Yeah, like, this room, I don't think I can win. This is just a 6 front room, which means that my cross needs to beat out my gold chip for 7th place, which I don't think is gonna happen. And this room has randomized mood for some reason. I messed up this room and it has randomized moods. Don't worry, guys, because only I got hit by the... Or, both my Umas got hit by the bad and the awful. Yeah, I think I just automatically lose this room. Because my cross needs to beat out my gold chip for 7th place. Which I genuinely don't think is possible. I haven't felt any motivation to do parents and men because all your ace runs can double as parents. Yeah, that's the nice thing about man. I mean, you lose like a couple affinity because sometimes you drop a race for training. But, I mean, the difference between like 40 affinity and 45 affinity isn't that bad. Looks like all the Kitasins are gonna get blocked out though. Yeah, like my cross cannot beat out my bullshit. But it's like the only way to win in this room is to build my own front runner. And it's just like I'm not gonna do that. So it's kind of hard to say that like I'm scared of fronts. Like there's just nothing I can do except play front runners, which is why I don't really like the role or the style front running. Is that it's so room warping when it comes to something like this. Like even in the next CM, like it's pretty room warping if you luck into your opponent running fronts as well. But there's just no way for me to win the stream unless my cross beat out my gold chip for 7th place and I hit a white lightning. Then maybe I can catch up, but it's just too position snuffing for me to do anything. No. I think with a front runner, like generally, or like I don't think Kidason's that strong. Like I still think Esmaru and Burp are stronger. Like mid race is so much stronger than the point 3. But sometimes it's a lot harder when you're like solo running the front runners by yourself because you open up the positionings for the people behind you. Oh, I opened the same settings. Okay. Let me... Okay, I found the room. Can I change it? No, I can't change it in here. I have to just cancel the race. Oh, whoops. I didn't put up the blocker. Okay. Let me remake that room. Dance mode 9. This time I won't misclick the great mood. Okay. I think we have one more room that we need to get through. That Kita would be this. I just think like it's just creating the lead is so important the longer the race is. And it's like a mid-race, like Excel is constant on every single track. So it matters more on shorter tracks because you have less time at the top speed, or you have less time to run the Excel. And the longer the track, like the longer your skills last. So those 2 mid-race skills that you get as like Bourbon creates more of a lead than the 0.2 extra Excel you would get off of Victory Cheer. Now maybe I'm wrong that Esmaru, it probably is just Bourbon, because Bourbon has Escape Artist. But Excel is always constant, right? And like I feel like the longer the track, the less Excel really matters, and the more the long-lasting velocity skills matter. I guess also like the speed greens also matter a lot. I don't know, it's why like front runners are good when you can and like you inherit the 2.1 excels. It's because like the main focus is generating that lead. Your secondary focus is then the excel. But like your end game's already pretty weak. You might as well just make the strong part of your racing good. Granted, you can't really do that if you're like sub 900 power. I think if you're like sub 900 power, it's really hard to win off of just Victory Cheer. Sorry, an inherited Victory Cheer. But because Excel is constant, like there's only so much Excel can help you with. And at other points, like that's why I don't think like cross needs no stopping me. It's because like at a certain point, like the excel is useless, and it's better value to go for something else. Oh yes, cross. Daring strike tail 9. Daring strike tail 9 into unique. I'm not gonna lose to my gold chip. Is Kita a sacrifice? I don't know. My other option was to play. I was actually, instead of this nice nature, I was debating on playing Pace Kita, because Pace Kita, if she doesn't hit second place, she dies, which would do the same thing that I would have this nature do, which is be a nimble nav target. But I guess she can probably win if she's Pace Chaser with Victory Cheer. But I don't have the parents to augment her pace to A. So I ended up not wanting to do it. Okay, luckily we didn't just lose to the UG gold chip. But yeah, we have Spurt but no Nimble Nav. Let's see. It's like how my gold chip has Nimble Nav but no Spurt. Should have been Dover debuffer instead of nice nature. I was gonna do Dover, but like, I think you needed long B, or sorry, you need long D. I just didn't want to look for parents to do it. I think you need long D for it to not affect acceleration. And I didn't want to look because all of my long parents had miles in it. So I don't think any of them upped it. I couldn't find my old long parents, like my 7 long. But my nice nature has long S, so isn't that good? Is it cooked if you don't get long S? It's like a very this is the track where long S matters the most. Because it's the longest track, but without the Kyoto uphill. Yeah, Kita's point 1 lasts like the entire acceleration zone. Because it's 3 seconds. Well, it's actually like 9 seconds. Because of the race course modifier. So it lasts a base duration of 3. Is it 3 or is it 2.4? Hold up, let me search this up before I lie. On Inherit, is it 2.4 or 3 seconds? It's 3 seconds. So the 0.1 acceleration technically lasts 9.6 seconds. Which is 3 times longer than Spurt. So like raw value-wise, this is, 3 second or 0.3 acceleration. Straightaway Spurt lasts 0.9 seconds and is 0.2, which means that like it's like 60% weaker. It's just more instant. Straightaway Spurt is good to confirm Nimble Nav. Like Straightaway Spurt is used to confirm Nimble Nav, not to be your only access of Excel. Like you want to use Straightaway Spurt so you can push up to the person in front of you and then hit Nimble Nav or No Stopping Me. Or whatever overtake thing you have. But Victory Cheer is pretty good. Once we get Seiun Sky, like I think every frontrunner has a chance. But right now, I feel like only like the strong fronts have a chance. Once you get to point 2, I think that's enough. Actually, is it enough? Because I think then... Oh, actually, yes. Because then the Rimakinen would be the next time you would run Kitasen or Ballroom Seiyun. And the point 2 from that should be enough. You can go ahead and enter in through here. Though, I think the next time... Or actually, the next super long one is the next Kyoto track. I don't know if Victory Chirodui braking is strong enough for the Kyoto uphill. Pretty sure OG Saiyan works for the Rima. It's a little delayed, but yeah, it would work. I think you would rather have the... Because it's delayed by 33 meters. 33 meters is a lot, right? Like 33 meters is over 10 lengths. So like when I say, like people, like you can use, like you should use Redshift, sorry, not you can. But you should use Redshift for the Derby, but it is delayed by 25 meters. 25 meters is 10 lengths. A length is 2.5 meters. So like having something delayed is still bad. Like there's a 10 lengths delay of acceleration activation, which is why the instant accels are so much more valuable. But you should be grabbing Redshift because you're probably not going to be at top acceleration. It's just you're going to lose like half the value of Redshift because it activates 10 lengths later. Most Umas at the start of the start of the final leg run at like around 15 meters per second. Maybe not even 15 meters per second. It's probably like somewhere close to 13 meters per second, which means that there's 2-second delay between the start of the acceleration zone and when you can hit Redshift. So don't like say it's only, or the delays do matter. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take down signups and then we will pull out 10 people. I just think that like if you're a front runner, you kind of want angling and Redshift. For CM12, do I think late Jordan would be better than pace Jordan? Yes. I think it's better to go for Dober and Ryan than it is to go for... I don't know, what do you have? Angling? You have nothing as a late surger. Or sorry, as a pace chaser. I don't think you're beating a Bourbon or a Marzensky for first place. So I think you like... I don't think you can play pace chaser unless you're Ogre for the next CM. Or for the medium CM. Like I think it just has to be Dober or Ryan as your ults. You don't know you have it in you to make a Redshift Maru. Alright, if your name showed up here, I'm gonna go ahead and add you in the rooms with the room codes. Ogre's carrying Pace Chasers. Ogre is Pace Chasers. Just like how Orfevre is going to be end closers. There is no pace maining. You are Ogre Christmas. Currently, for the past year, there is no end closer maining. You are just Orfevre. Or Durandal. Okay, Durandal I probably shouldn't snuff, but like you're not beating a V Taiki or Grand Algeria as Durandal. Which is why like the only end closer that exists in the current JP state is Oh, no long S. Is Orfevre? You only join one room with a team of 3, since they pulled out 10 people. Is Gentle Nana carrying? Gentle Nana hasn't been S tier for a while. She lost her positioning to Chronogenesis, and Chronogenesis just recently lost it to Almond Eye. I think Almond Eye has been performing better because of Zenkai spreading. But Gentle Donna has not been in tier 1 since Chronogen. And then, like, actually, I don't remember who the pace chaser before V Taiki was. For Miles. God, I'm blanking on it. Anime Ogre. No, I think V Taiki is just better. But I forgot after Gentle who the pace chaser miler was. I think it was camping. It was camping Taiki for a bit. Is pace chaser the meta? It's pace chasers and late surgers. Except for this long track that they're currently on, or this medium track they're currently on. Like, the lates have been a little weak. Lates are a little bit stronger in... Wait, can I catch this Kitasen? This Kitasen's really far ahead. Oh, I don't think we're catching. That was insane length. But it's pace chasers and late surgers. Pace chasers are currently like the full meta just because the past New Year's event dropped the Onsen scenario. The Onsen scenario had a pace card with Tokai Teo. And then the New Year's event had a pace power card with fine motion. So pace just has a lot more tools. Yeah, enclosures is the cheapest position because all you need to do is own Orfevre. Or actually, you need to own Orfevre and you need to own Stay Gold. And then for every medium and long track, you can run enclosures. And then you can pick up Durandal if you want to play end for sprint mile. But there's just no support for end closers, so there's like no cards you really need to pull outside the generalist cards. Yeah, really, really strong lead. Like, there's just nothing you can do to stop that unless you are running your own front runner. Like, you can stop a Kitasen from that insane lead by running a Marozensky or a Bourbon, which I will not do because I have enough fill of front runners. I don't know. I'm not gonna build one until Grandmasters, when League of Heroes comes out. I'll probably be pulling on the Kitasen Black New Year's to play the Derby. It's like Almond. I think right now the current CM JP's on. It's like Almond Eye's pretty much the winner, and then right behind is Orfevre. Is Still in Love the best late? Not really. I think Stay Gold has been performing. Stay Gold's pretty decent as a late. It's a little hard to say. Still in Love's fine though. I wouldn't say she's the best late. It's kind of hard to say like who's the best because like I say Orfevre is the best end closer, but like you can only run her on mediums and longs. So it gets really hard to say something's the best once they can't run. Like once changing their aptitudes becomes a lot weaker. But I don't think Still in, like, at least for the past CM, Still in Love wasn't strong. It was like Stay Gold and I can't remember the other late surger. Runaway is always tied to secret events on all the limits that have it. Yeah, but some of them are a lot easier to obtain. Oh man, ugh. The two Umas in front of my cross are running faster than I am. Oh, I think the cross in front of me missed straightaway spurt, so I was able to activate White Lightning. No speed carryover, I don't think is enough then. Ah. Without the speed carryover, it's a lot harder to catch. Yeah, I think those cross miss spurt. Which is why I was able to proc the White Lightning. But if I got the speed carryover, I'd catch up to this Bourbon. Wow, I didn't get concentration? I guess just not enough SP. 32 races. Okay, next room. Oh, one of the rooms didn't end up filling. I don't think anyone's told me I had issues. Hopefully I didn't miss it. Front runner Medra Arden. It feels really hard to tank the 2% drain from her unique. Ryan. And then Taishin. Wow. And then we have Kitasen, Suzuka Cross. I feel like, man, Medra Arden's 2% drain is... Wait, I lost rank 1? You're close to Yuji as well. Oh my god, I don't know, it looks like it's just like just barely stronger than mine. I don't remember how Palmer gets her runaway. I think it's just winning like 3 races. I think it's just winning the 2 Arima Kinens and some race in the some race in the senior year. But Palmer's runaway is really easy to hit. Arden's in these final straights of the downhill taser? Maybe. I know it's the 2 Arima Kinens, I don't remember what the 3rd race was. Oh, this Arden is doing well at blocking Kitasen. So maybe it'd be a slight delay victory cheer. Oh, the gap between the fronts and my gold chip is kind of insane. My gold chip barely just hopped on screen here. Alright, it was a slight delay victory cheer, looks like. Wow, what an insane gap. Takara Zuka Kinen? Ah, I see. I know it was both the Arima Kinens, I just couldn't remember what the other one was. Forward length lead. Yeah, I think I just rolled really well on the downhills, and because there was a Suzuka, my gold chip pushed up so far. getting passed by everyone. Oh. Oh, no long ass, that's tragic. Yes. You have like almost everything here, just without the long S. That's a really strong cross. Yeah, slightly delayed victory cheer makes it a little bit easier to run down. Unfortunate my gold chip and that one and on my cross. Like the camera at when the late race started was like only my gold chip and the two fronts. Look at your tight shit. I do like the image you're bringing. I just don't know if Arden can tank her unique. You have 1038 swing game, front runner, and a 2% drain. So your front runner 1038 with swing with a 3.5 heal. You just have to pray on the downhill. I think like with the downhill check, you can survive on like 900. But it is it's not going to be very consistent. But I do think it's possible to survive the track. When does Palmer release? Does she release before the... I know she releases during this scenario. Is it after Gold Week? How does downhill affect stamina? You just, if you are in, like if you pass the wit check for the downhill recovery, or the downhill acceleration, you consume less stamina during that section. Let me pull up the numbers for it. You reduce it by 60%. So in Uma Musume, the faster you're running, the more HP you consume. You generally consume a third of your HP during the mid race, and then 2/3 of your HP during the late race. So like in that 2/3, like you'll have 2/3 of your HP when the late race starts. You'll have around 60% HP. This downhill lasts 600 meters out of the 1,000 meters, so like over half of it is downhill. If you pass the wit check and enter that downhill excel mode, for that section, you'll reduce your HP consumption by 60. So when there is a downhill in that late race, like the 60% HP conservation on half of the late race, or you're probably like closer to like 30% of the late race, you'll consume 60% less HP. Everything that weight affects outside of skill procs scales linearly. Yes. I think downhill wit check is your wisdom stat times 0.04%. I don't remember what the target speed modifier is. I'd have to search that up. Target speed modifier. But the downhill wit check is linear. It's just your wit stat times 0.04. I just don't know what the target speed modifier is. Does nature have this? At least I stopped the late surger promote. I think we can tell when the late race starts. I'm trying to figure out what the other modifier is. Wow. A 1 1/4 length loss. I think it was just like because our pace promoter had no mid race, we were just in a bundle. It was really hard to break out of it. I got a late surger win here, with no stopping me. Wow. Kind of insane stats for bringing a brick. Your 2 speed cards are Windy Kita, wow. What's the next Uma I'm planning to pull for? I'm gonna pull for Nishino Flower. Probably run her for the Sprint CM as well. But I'm pulling Nishino Flower for the... for the parenting. Nah, not Lone Wolf proc. The Taishin has it. So that's why I haven't used my ticket yet, because I was gonna originally plan on using the ticket on Dober. But now that I got Dober off of the Kitasen banner, I think. There's nothing I can really do. Shout out to the Lone Wolf desertion. I think the main thing about that Lone Wolf desertion is that you can't really model it with as a prisoner's dilemma. But like with the equilibrium of, I don't know, I think like disabling Lone Wolf is still good. Like I think the value of disabling Lone Wolf and disabling Lone Wolf versus buying another white skill is still more value than picking up the white skill to begin with. The only issue is like the third place person, like in this example, I guess, is that I come out on top because I didn't run Lone Wolf. And I didn't spend the 70-90 SP on Lone Wolf. I think the game has too much other things going on that a plus 40 does not matter. And if you have an option to buy Lone Wolf, you should just buy Lone Wolf. Assuming you're only gonna bring it on one of your Umas. Under the assumption that you're bringing it on one Uma. And not bringing it on all 3 of your Umas. Is Nishino Flowers Inherit good on either of the next 2 CM tracks? It's a sprint mile. It'll work on sprints and miles. That's what Nishino Flower is for. Uh-oh. We're kind of in a big pack. This is... This is Late Surger's dream, right? Hit no stopping me off of everybody here. Let's see, are we gonna see... We'll see Nature ult. Nature, the other Nature hit no stopping me. Looks like that was the only proc. Uh-oh, my gold chip can't catch up. Wait, she's taking the inner railing? Oh. Yeah. Whenever you swing out, I think you just lose so much length. My gold chip just did not want to swing out. Close. You know any Ballroom Seiyun if you have Kita? It's always better to run Umas with mid-game skill. Ballroom Seiyun and Kita are both good parents for long treks. Is my gold ship gonna win finals for me after spending all my time on Cross? That's what I'm worried about. Actually, okay, I was gonna say I've only done 1 run on gold ship, but that's a lie, because I did 2 runs with her with the with a new group card. But I did spend one run with poor parents. I have a gold chip here, and this one borrow didn't have 2 Umas. But I think this is the best stat line I've hit with this deck on this gold chip. Which is unfortunate. I have gold chip thumbnails ready. I do have a lot of screenshots of gold chip, of like her model. That is true. Do I like the new group card? Not really. I think like... I think the downside is like... I just don't see where it fits in a deck. Right? Like, yeah, sure. You know, I'm running it in this deck. And I can hit similar lines than if I was running the Ayabe deck. It's just like... The fact that the card's unique effect is locked behind 80 friendship bonus, or friendship training. Like, she has no TE until you unlock, like, rainbow training. And all that for 10% TE is pretty bad. Right? Like, you have to have bond gauge at least at 80 to get a 10 TE, which means the only thing she does on a training is 20% mood effect. You can get the 15% friendship, yes. But her TE is locked behind 80. Which means, like, I guess you could rush Team Serious for the first one, but like the initial clicks before you unlock dating, and like you have to go through like 5 of the dates, I think, in order to get to the 80 bond. Like it unlocks like around first summer maybe. So like, but it's just like, I don't know, it just feels like such a brick of a card. And it's like you spend 7 turns doing the recreations with it, and sure, yes, you get the stats. And then she unlocks 15% friendship bonus for your summer training. Like, I don't even know if prepping for the summer is worth it for Team Serious. Throne's a lot better. Like, Throne is worth it. Well, not to pull on, but to run. Because she just has a 35% rainbow. But I just don't think Sirius does enough on her own. Like, I think you're better off running a race bonus deck. Because like in a standard like speed width flex deck, you're dropping a 15%. You're dropping 10% race bonus. So, I don't know. I don't really like the... Like, I just don't think there's a spot for Team Serious anywhere. 35 starting gauge. I guess you consider the first click from... I guess, yeah, technically it's 30. It's like 32 if you get the 20 here. And then you do your first click. For Throne. Oh. Is it? Oh, I didn't see that. I don't think this really matters. I mean, it helps for the 2 skill point bonus, which is good. Throne's definitely worth running. It's kind of awkward though, because she released, like, it has Refraction Arc, but you're not using... you're never going to use this skill, because all the medium CMs are over by the time the card comes out. Do I have Star Unlocks? Oh. I have Top Gun. I don't think I have a single, like, 3 5-star. Yeah. Gold ship's the closest. Okay. I think I'm gonna do one more set of races. So, oh, that's not it. Match. Oh, I didn't realize that. Sorry, I keep sometimes forget that I have the blocker up. But I'm gonna do one more set of these ring matches, and then I think we're done. Maybe it's a little bit of a shorter stream. Oh, I need a slash. Sorry, I didn't reset the bots. It's gonna take a little bit longer. I'm a known gold chip main. If gold chips wins the CM, gold chip will have the most CM wins on my account. She's right now tied. But if my cross cannot win against my gold chip, unfortunately, she will be the highest win rate. Tied with another meta. Yeah, wow, I can only win medium. Maybe I'm a fraud. I can't win a single mile track. Maybe I'm a fraud of a content creator. It's Daiki for you. Or maybe I spend too much time making these Harus for these miles, and I cannot win with her. Maybe I need to run gold ship in miles. No, it can't be Haru's fault. It's obviously my fault. I need to... I need to be better. I've only lost miles. I've won all the mediums, all the longs, the one sprint, but I've lost all 3 miles. The 2 turf and the 1 dirt. Taiki 1-2 for you. I ran Taiki 1 in one of them. I'm not gonna run Taiki again. I think it's so boring. Your gold ship failed double wit check on the recoveries. Yeah, I think I have a Bakshin win, 3 Ogres, and 3 gold ships. And 2 of the Ogre wins, one of them was because I built the Araharu ace, and the other one was because I built the Christmas Ogre ace. But to be fair, the Christmas Ogre, one of the Christmas Ogre ones, my Biwa got second. So I could have won with Biwa. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take down signups, and we will pull. You lost it with team trial. I mean, my action was basically a team trial sprint. Sprint was not fun to play. Not that it gets that much better. I mean, once we have King Halo Cheerleader and Nishino Flower for the next sprint. So, and angling and scheming will work. So for the next sprint, at least there is technically Excel. Alright, if your name showed up here for the last rooms, please, I will go ahead and at you with the room codes. Just enter in one of them with a team of 3. King Halo doesn't work the next sprint? What do you mean it doesn't work? Oh, yeah. No, it doesn't work. Because it has to be a straight. It works for the mile. Or not the mile. Wait, no, yes. It works for the mile. But yeah, it doesn't work because it has to be on a straight. So never mind. Sorry. I meant to say that you have Blood Spun Some Iron. Actually, Shooting for Victory works here. Inherited. It's Angling and Scheming, Shooting for Victory, Budding Blossom, Let's Pump Some Iron. Those are the 3 excels that work. Pace Chasers It's a little bit pace focused because of Gut. Because he is the front runner, it's really hard to duel. So even though you have angling and scheming, you kind of want to duel for the straight. So I think it's going to be very pace chaser focused with shooting for victory and budding blossom. But that is 3rd, 4th locked. So, which is why I kind of have late surgers, because they can try to push into it. Dober does not work on this one. I think Dober activates too early. Right. Like Dober will always activate at the start of the final corner if it's in the mid race. But Dober will activate at the 650 mark. Best way is late surger with Taiki Nishino. Hey, it depends on like what role gets popular. You can just generally assume that on sprints and miles, Dober's unique will not work. Is Dober just mediums in an Arima? Basically, yeah. Like the final corner just can't be in the mid race, which is generally just medium tracks. Ryan is technically better, but it's only 6th place. Double front, gold chip. So King Halo works on 1 track, Nishino Flower works on 2. Oh, I wonder if the next Tokyo Mile is just going to be Taiki with Budding Blossom. This is Uma in 6th. Or sorry, 9th. Oh, it's another gold chip. Oh my god. Wow. I overtook my gold chip? I was so surprised that my Taishin overtook my gold chip. Oh, none of my Umas hit. Or my Taishin didn't hit. Not... Wow, Nature hit a Radiant Star? Wow, what a close race. In the pack of end slops. Calling Tama Taishin, oops. Barely, I don't even know what I scammed with. Hope Shed chased. Will Runaway end strat work on the Tokyo 1600? It should. I think it's... Yeah, it should. It should still work. Alright, blockers are always good on a mile track, since fronts are so strong. Unfortunate. Should have jumped at the end. Hesitant late diff. Oh yeah. It could have been a debuff difference. If hesitant late hit there, that's definitely why a difference. But I wasn't looking at skill procs. Maybe it didn't. Yeah, I don't know how much effort I'm going to put into Karu for the next Tokyo. I'll probably run Nishino Flower for it. But I want to run it for the sprint. Oh. Maybe I do the Nishino Flower, Suzuka, Haru as my mile. Yeah, I'll probably run Nishino Flower for the mile then. Just so I don't have to run Taiki. We'll probably just run a different Pace Chaser with Taiki, Nishino Flower, Inherit for the sprint. Nature on nature violence. Yeah, anyway. Well, you know, if the hesitant late surger hit, at least it was my Tama that one and not a gold ship. Is Taiki camping a meta pool? It's like on the same level as like running Taiki right now. You're playing Flower primarily for parenting stuff? Yeah, it's primarily for parenting. So I like running pace on the miles. But the next one for sure that I'm pulling on is Narita Bryan Blaze. If I have enough, I might pull on Kopani Riki. I kind of want to run Pace Chaser Kopani Riki. Or sorry, Kopano Riki. But I want to run Riki as a Pace Chaser. I feel like we're going to see a lot of front runner Rikis. But I don't know if I have enough carrots for it. Next CM is Christmas Ogre Slop. What about the one after? The Derby? Derby is like... Derby you kind of have... Like, everyone has a chance. Frontrunners have Angling and Redshift. Ogre doesn't have a consistent unique. 777s activates at the same timing as Redshift. So it's 10 lengths delayed. I mean, Late Surgers still have Let's Pump Some Iron and Moving Past and Beyond, and they also have Redshift and Closers have the same stuff. I think Digital's going to be pretty strong on the Derby. I think the Derby is like Digital's best track because of how her unique works with the lane movement. So it's... The Derby's generally... The Derby and the Arimakinen generally are like very fair. In turn, or balanced. Yeah, Derby will have a lot of variety. It's mainly because it's a medium track that Christmas Ogre can't 777s on. Like, the 10 length delay is enough of a delay where other positions have a chance. What about Unrestrained? Unrestrained only works in the final corner, right? For the Derby? Or just in general? I mean, you have to pray that it activates as soon as the final corner starts. And not... Like, you have like a 20% window for it to proc. I don't think I would try to get Unrestrained. Unrestrained is good when the final corner straddles like this, because it increases the range that Unrestrained can work on by, like, on both sides. So you want, like, the final corner to straddle the late race for Unrestrained. I mean, like, you can gamble on Unrestrained on the Tokyo miles, but generally, like, you want it straddled like this, so, like, you can have a bigger range for it to be able to proc. And then after the Derby is the mile. And then we're back to Christmas Ogre Slop. Not worth spending to see speed. Yeah, I think you can like gamble on like the Unrestrained and the Sprint, or even the Tokyo Mile, but definitely not the Derby. What's the deck for Dover next CM? It's probably just going to be the 70% race bonus deck. And just try to hit 1200, like 800, 1200. 500, 600, 1200. Dober's growth rates are somewhat decent. 10, 20. Or 10% speed to 20% wit. So as long... Power might be a little rough to get. I might only hit like 1100. But I'm probably just going to run the 2 speed, 2 power, 2 wit. For Professor of Curvature, Fast and Furious, and... I think those are the only 2 skills I pick up. Do I buy on your left? I don't think so. On Dober, I don't think it's worth it. I think I'm losing this pretty hard. Neither of my end closers moved up. But I think like if you're Dober or if you're Ryan, you don't want to run on your left. Just because it doesn't like do much. I think like any other late surger, you can think about getting on your left plus like 1P inherits. But like I don't think you need to gamble on your left, and it's kind of a really expensive skill. I'm also a Tannhauser? Nimble Nav on your left. Radiant Star. What about From the Brink? I don't know what version From the... I don't know how From the Brink works when it starts. Is it in the game yet? No, right? I don't know if it's printed with the first half phase random. Or with this 4 order rate. Because it got changed at the 2nd anniversary. But right now there isn't a card that has it in the game right now. So I don't know if Rise from the Ashes has these conditions when it's like at the start. Or on Sirius Symboli. If it's these conditions, yes, I would grab it. But if it's like the same conditions as on your left, then no. Nature's the first one that gets the light. I thought Sirius Symboli came. No. Yeah, it should come out next banner with Sirius Symboli Wit. So we'll know the conditions for sure when that comes out. But like, this is one of the skills that I'm not confident on the conditions being what it says on Game Torah. Yeah, we'd have to wait until the card releases. Same with Saiyan Sky. Like, I don't remember her. I remember her unique getting changed at the 2nd anniversary. So I don't remember it being the Kitasen Black unique on launch. So like both Saiyan Sky is unique, and the Rise from the Ashes, or From the Brink, or whatever it's called. I'm not confident on the conditions on it. But I'm saying it was 0.1 Excel until the change. I feel like I don't remember it. I thought it worked on the last straight from the start. Not another bright. Oh, this one bought Elf Calm Mind. But I don't know, I just don't remember her. I don't remember what Divya Breaking does without the buffs. Does Keep It Real work? Keep It Real is always gambly. You can't really build around it. But I mean, it's just. Like, the fact that like you can't really time when you overtake for the Excel after the 50% mark. Like, it technically works on any CM or any track because it's overtake over at the 50% mark. It's just, do you overtake, if you accidentally overtake with a velocity skill before the late race, you lose quite a lot of the duration on the Excel. Yeah, unfortunately my Tama's dead last, so I don't think she has a chance. Oh, my gold ship's not proccing Nimble Nav. Trusting. I missed the Nimble Nav proc. So I don't think we got it here. A measure of Bright win though. Yeah, if I had Spurt, there's a chance. Or if I didn't miss the witch check on Nimble Nav. Yeah, what is this? 7.5, 5.5, 1.5 on 800 stam. But the 5.5 and 7.5 here is a lot of healing. But she's a lot stronger once you can lose yourself, so you don't have to put her on end closer with Spurt Nimble Nav. You put her on late with lose yourself, and tank the 2% with Calm Mind. But like the mid race off of a lovely Spring Breeze, like I couldn't catch up with my gold ship. Unfortunate. Missed Nimble Nav, so I can catch up. And it's not like I'm faster than her, because she was also an end closer. Oh, this room did not fill out. Hopefully no one... No one was having issues. This will be our last room for today. I'll do more rooms tomorrow. And then Sunday, the day before the CM, I'm gonna take that day off as well. And then I'll stream all of the CM. Hopefully I can stream at CM start for all of it. And then the end of the month, the Tuesday CM stream will be pretty long because it will also be when the banner releases drop. You have Intense Game Stam Eater on your cross? What is this? Double N Gambler Ogre. Hopefully the Gambler Ogre doesn't promote here, and my Nice Nature does. But it's gonna be pretty hard, especially if they have Uma stand. Yeah, well, actually, I have no idea what's happening. Okay, that was a really weird start. I don't think... Does your Ogre not have Uma stand? That looked really awkward. The cross in third, I think, is the scariest one right now. So hopefully the diamond's late, I think? Or no, diamond's end closer. Well, we just don't want to. We don't want to cross in third. Unless it's my cross. But a cross in third is really hard to beat. Let's see if this Ogre hits. They hit Gourmand and not Festival? Okay, one of the Tamas hit White Lightning. Ooh. My Tama's getting stuck. Yeah, my Tama got stuck. No! My Tama got stuck in 5th. Yeah, pretty late festival, but it looks like either Tama or Taishin wins here. This is the first Taishin one. It was a weird pack because Ogre, I don't know if that Ogre has Uma Stand or not. But everyone hit Uma Stand and went ahead of the pace promoter. Yeah, I finally saw Taishin win. Let me see, does Ogre... Yeah, Ogre doesn't have Uma Stand either. So all the Umas hit Uma Stand at the start and overtook the pace promoter, which was the Ogre. So that's why like the bundle got so weird. It's because we had no fronts. Like if we replay this, like you'll just see all the Uma Stand procs push in front of the Ogre here. Right, like this Ogre is struggling to keep the pace. Which made the bundle so weird. Like my my nature got stuck back here because of it. Yeah, I don't know. Solo front's really awkward, or not solo front, but pace front's really awkward just because of the pace down scenarios in the backpack. How do I? No, that's not how you skip it. Unfortunately, I lost the scramble for third. Alright, I think that's the last room. So, let me pull up. Attention line's almost about to hit 700k. We might hit 700k before the at this rate. Yeah, Fantasy has a really strong team. I think, probably the worst matchup for that team comp is the Kita Suzu. But I think it's more likely that you see a stronger end closer than Akita Suzu that can beat that team. That's Taishin should have Taishin probably has the easiest chance against a frontrunner heavy room. Nice. I think that's gonna do it for today's stream. I have like 2 borrows left, so maybe I can try to hit a better Tama. But I don't know. I think I'm too jobber. And then hopefully I can hit a special week. That would also be nice. I can be done with this parenting. Well, that's gonna do it for today's stream. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be back tomorrow. Bye bye.